This is the KitchenAid, double wide. Model number KSSP 48 QMS01. So it's been a little over an hour now and everything seems fine. Temperatures are back down. So what was happening is this display flashes. Every time you hear the relay up here, click. And then there's also beeping. Consistent beeping and several continuous beeping. The temperatures, as long as you didn't open the door, I think would maintain. My son said that they were high this weekend while I was away, which is typical what happens when you're not home. That's when things break down. But here is the process of repairing it. All right, let's see if I can get a good view of this thing. So the hardest part is going to be able to get at these screws right in there and hold the box down. Now that all these plugs are out of your way. So a 1/4-inch wrench. These two little things loose. Back one's not going to be fun to get to. At least when they loosen up, you can get them by hand. Come on. Ground wire right there needs to come off also. come off easily. Oh, my hand's stuck. Alright, so now that you got that all out, it looks like you can remove some plugs and pull the board down, because otherwise those wires will not let you pull this whole assembly out. When all the plugs are off, you have to get these plastic pieces off in order to take the board out. And the board should come right down. So here's the board. Supposedly, that capacitor right there, C32, it's a 220 microfarad, 35 volt. I have this one right here, a little bit bigger. I don't see any swollen or damage on this. It's hard to tell, but I'm going to desolder that and see what happens. These other two seem okay, but this one is the one that is the supposed troublemaker. So if you don't know how to solder, you probably shouldn't be doing this, but make sure you got a good quality hot soldering iron. Adding a little solder beforehand helps. Come on.
Yeah, I just came up Union Ave. Looks like somebody loaded a truck and that car had pulled into a parking lot off of Union Ave. Maybe at Sudbury Coffee Works or number 1 Union Ave.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we advise them to pull off the roadway. Thank you.
Make sure you get the polarity correct also. Ground is right there. Everything's plugged back in. Slide that back in place. Everything's back in. Almost impossible to screw up which plug goes where, so put them all back together. Make sure everything's plugged in good. Out of the way. This one was not connected. Nothing on that one. Then we go plug it in and turn on the breaker and see what happens. So if this works, this will be about $1,000 repair. It's on. Don't hear any beeping. See what happens. I believe that did it.